Yes.
When you're ready.
All right. So Chisom here is your guy. Chisom here. When I was young, I mean, my early childhood days, or even my teenage, I had this title. I was called the Young Elder. Now the reason is simple. I loved mixing with older people. In fact, till today, most of my friends are people who are old enough to be my parents. I mean, they are old. Now it's simple because I love the conversation of the older ones. I mean, it's conversation out of experience, and sometimes they are funny. I grew up in a place called Abluma in Rivers State, Port Harcourt, right? And now this is what happens. We live in an estate, and in the estates, in a normal, we had buildings to the left, buildings to the right. So most times when there is power outage, we're in Nigeria, when there is power outage, we normally come out in the evenings to sit out by the various pavements of our buildings, and normal tales by moonlight, like you say. So the children will be on one side, and the older ones will be on one side, gisting, having conversation and all that. So most times I love staying around the older people's places because the conversations there are usually different and funny, to me. Now we had this, I had this friend, a very senior friend in our estate then. His name was Dede, right? He was the security officer of one of the compounds there. And why I loved going to him, no, he sold some wares, like we bought bread from him, but each time you go to him, he's always having proverbs. He doesn't start any conversation without saying our people say. So every day he gives one proverb or the other, and it's interesting. Now I'm going to tell you about this one. Now there's what he told me about that. He said, person where they blow granuts, this pidgin now English, person where they blow granuts for blind man must they blow whistle. Now let me explain it. Person where they blow granite for blind man must they blow whistle. Here in Africa, in Nigeria, we eat granuts a lot. Granuts. So normally those ones you see in the bottles are already shelled out. So most times when you buy the granite, most times from the market, it comes with the shell. So someone has to hawk them off, blow it off, right? Like blow the chaff out of it so that it can eat the seed itself. So now, just like frying plantain, the quantity you bring before you hawks it is different, because in the course of blowing the granite, you must have, thrown some into your mouth. So where he said, if you're blowing granite for a blind person, you must be blowing whistle like, so you're blowing it so that you can give the blind man confidence that his granite is safe in your hands, because you can't be blowing the whistle and be eating the granite at the same time. So this is the moral of the lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, when people are vulnerable, don't take advantage of them. The blind man has trusted you, because any other person could just take the granite and run away. I mean, there's nothing he can do about it. But since he trusts you, you have to show him transparency. In life, when people trust you with responsibilities and they are somehow vulnerable or naive, it is not a smart thing to take advantage of their vulnerability. It is not. So you have to not just show that you are honest. You have to prove that you're honest by blowing the whistle. So one of the ways to cure suspicion is to be transparent. So whenever you are in a place, have a very clear, transparent account of stewardship. So that way, you don't fear any accusation. You don't fear any requisition. You can stand out and say anything at any time and stand by your words, because you are blowing the whistle. I am not eating the groundnut. I am your guy, Chisom Ejoko. I'm going to give you another very, very interesting proverb in the next episode. But till then, follow me on my various social media handles. And also, too, if you have any proverb you want me to, explain further, or you want me to talk about in the next episode, put it on the comment box and I'll be there for you. I did for you. I'm Chisom.